Hey guys, Sam from Manfa's Makes and
Mafia Mike.
how are you all today? I hope you're well. So, welcome back to all our returners and hi to any newbies. You keep coming in and you are so welcome. Anyway, why are we here today? Well, if you remember last week, I was gifted a wonderful Happy Mail by my beautiful crafty moo Sarah. And in that Happy Mail was this book. 100 crochet tiles. And if you remember, while I was waffling on, I kind of verbally thought through an idea and it's taken off more than I ever expected. So, originally I was going to start this next year, but then I was like, oh well, let's just go with it. And we're starting this week, guys. So this is going to be known as hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday. Every Thursday, I will do the next tile in the book. We are going to start from the beginning and we're going to go through to the end. Now, I never ever believed in a million years that this crazy idea of mine would be of any interest to anybody other than myself. It was a challenge I made up for me. But when that video aired, I had several of you followers watch the video and get on board. And you put down in the comments that you were going to join along with me. So the video that you will see tomorrow will show something that Mike has been working on a lot, which might just be finished. You never know. So he jumped on board and did the tile as well. So we have both done the first tile in this book. And several others of you have reached out to me and told me that you either had the book and you're going to do it, or you went out and bought it and you're going to do it. Now, I never ever expected you to go and spend your money and buy the book, but the fact that you have is absolutely amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I mean, what a wonderful piece of support. I
Yeah.
mean, and I didn't do it to be like a crochet along. I didn't do it for it to be a join along with me. I was just letting you know what I was going to be doing. But some of you loved it that much that you wanted to join in. So thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. And I'm so excited that you're all going to be joining in with me. So,
Me too.
because I do not edit my videos, there is no way for me to do a picture slideshow at the end of videos like other podcasters do. However, if you are joining along and if you want to, you could always email me a picture of your completed tile and then I will collect together all those photos and I will put them on my community tab every Thursday. How about that?
So it's almost like a community tab shout out at the same time.
Right, because I will tag your name and hopefully it can be highlighted and people can check you out. So whether you're a content creator or not, you want to join in and you want other people to see your work, send it to me in an email and I will do my very best to collect them all together and put them in a community tab post. Also, that hashtag can be used on other social media platforms, whether you've got Instagram, Facebook, whatever you like. And then hopefully more and more people will see that this is something we have started and maybe others will join.
Spread it
Who
out there.
knows? Spread it out there. Share the information, share the wonderfulness of this because these are pretty short projects for you to get stuck into, whether you're in the middle of a long whip and you just need something to, cleanse your palate in between, or whether you just want to join in because, you don't want to miss out on all the fun. Whatever your reason, if you want to, I'm not demanding you go out and buy the book. I am not demanding that you have to join in. I am just saying for those that have and will, that is the information for you guys. So let me show you the tile that we have made this week. I'm going to show you mine and then Mike is going to talk about his because actually Mike doing his, he learned a lot. So, and with this book, oh, I've lost my page again. With this book, the pattern is all over the page. So I cannot hold it up for a long period of time because I don't have the rights to the pattern. It is not my work. but it is the Hera tile, and the designer is Hattie Risdale. So here it is. That is the tile that we made this week. Okay, so let me show you mine. I haven't blocked it yet. Mike hasn't blocked his either. We just haven't had the time. They will be blocked eventually. So I'll leave Mike in there. Mike's in there for him to show you. So, of course, because the one in the book is pink, and pink is one of my favourite colours, I did use pink. But another video that came out, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, was a little short of my bucket of scraps. And I did explain that I would be using stash yarns or scrap yarns to try and use some of those up, because I don't really want to be buying yarn for this when I have got plenty of scraps and plenty of stash anyway. So, are you ready? I don't know if my camera's going to do it any justice, but I'll put it on the community tab anyway. Ready? It is hot, hot pink, guys. Hotter than the camera's showing. The camera is muting it massively. It is bright, smack you round the face pink. So this is the tile that I did. It has the written instructions, and it also has a chart or picture diagram for you to follow. As you can see, there is a little bit of lace work in the corners, and on each side there's a little bit of filet crochet as well, and you started off with a magic ring. So here we have it, tile number 1. This is just a scrap of Stylecraft Special DK that I had. It didn't have a ball band. I'm pretty sure it's the colour Fiesta, but do not quote me on that because I do not have the colour chart readily available to me right now. And as I said, this camera is not doing the colour justice, is it, Mike? It is really, really hot pink.
It is hot pink, yes.
So there's my tile number 1, the Hera tile. So over to you, Mike.
So my tile I did in scrap DK as well.
And again, it's Stylecraft.
It's Stylecraft. Yeah. I don't know what the colour is, to be fair.
No.
It is in my blanket. So I
Yep.
used what was left.
Yep.
And I didn't know this, but in true fashion of me, because I don't know anything, I've actually done it in Moo's favourite colour, and Moo is the one that started all of this, technically.
It may not show accurate on camera, but again, it will be on the community tab, so go check it out.
Before I show you, obviously, I've never done lace, I have never done filet, and I have never done a magic ring. I've had to learn all of that whilst doing this tile.
How many practice attempts at the magic ring did you have to do?
4.
Within 4 attempts, he absolutely nailed the magic ring. And you did it in one day.
I did it in one evening.
One evening.
Ready?
Yeah.
You ready? And there's my tile.
It is more of a beautiful lavender colour. Again, the camera is washing it out. You will see the accurate colour on the community tab. But if I hold mine up next to Mike's, remember, I've been crocheting for about 8 years. Mike has been crocheting for 2 months, and he has only ever done backwards and forwards. Well, actually, corner to corner. Well, you did do backwards and forwards with the cocoa wrap. So this whole concept of the magic ring was brand new. This whole lacy concept was brand new. The filet crochet was all brand new. And I'm not being funny. You would think that I had made both, don't you think? They are so similar, like, I don't think you'd be able to tell. And as you can see, mine definitely needs blocking, especially this side here where I'm tugging.
Mine needs it a little bit.
So
I'll do this.
I used my 4mm Clover and More.
And I used...
Come on. They've already seen it.
Yeah, I know. I used the files that we were given.
The 4mm
the 4mm Odyssey on this one.
So, Leslie, you gave Mike the opportunity to use the furls for the first time.
Well, I was going to use the wooden one, but it wasn't small enough.
No, it was
the wooden one I've had before. So
we needed the 4mm
So I used LaFaro's Odyssey, so thank you.
Because that's what the pattern asked for. DK
But
and
my
filament
first
ether.
ever tile, my first ever lace and fillet and magic ring.
Now, we don't actually have an end goal for these tiles, guys. We are literally we got the book. I came up with the idea of making each and every tile. But what we will do with these, I do not know.
Well, we're going to have 200 tiles.
I know, right? So if you've got any suggestions, please do let us know. Although I did have one suggestion, which I really did like, and I don't know if you like the idea as well, Mike, is the person who commented said, why don't you attach them all together in a blanket and donate it to an old people's home? And that is a really good idea. Or maybe even the homeless. So maybe we could do one for the old people's home, one for the homeless, and then we've ticked two.
And we got 200 tiles.
There.
So I mean,
so depending on how big these tiles are, because don't forget, guys, they're not all square. Some of them are hexagons, some of them are triangles. I think there's a circle one in there. There are all shapes and sizes. So it will be a challenge to be able to connect them all anyway, especially when they're all different shapes and sizes. We will figure that out as we go along. Or if you have a better idea, please do let us know down in the comments. Yeah. But I would like to see these go to good use rather than just do it as a segment on my channel and then buried in a bag, you know, doing nothing. They deserve, you know, you're showing them the back. There we go. They deserve something to be done with them. So I did it in acrylic just in case I was going to do a blanket. My initial thought was cotton and do coasters, but I think this would be a pretty big coaster. So I went to do acrylic instead. So there we have it. Tile
awesomely
each.
Proud.
Yeah. So would you like to see which tile we are doing next week? Now this one could be a bit of a challenge because you need two different colours and I think it has some of the basic principles of mosaic, but I haven't actually looked that far into it. So the next tile is Dig for Victory and the designer is Anna Nikiporawicz. I totally butchered that. I am so sorry.
There's probably some silent letters in that name, to be fair.
So, oopsie. So this is the tile for next week. Not necessarily going to follow those colours though. I'm just going to have a dig in my scrap bin and see what colours I can pick out. And I'm pretty sure Mike's will be different to mine as well, because if we're working on it at the same time, we can't have the same yarn.
No. And it's, again, something I've never done.
These will be more techniques for Mike to get in his artillery of crochet skills. They are building week by week. And Mike isn't going to be starting any other big projects because we are both planning to do the next Luck of the Draw with Nan's Next Knots. That is starting, I believe, on the 4th of August. So I kind of said, well, these are really small itty-bitty projects and I'm sure he will be able to do these alongside that next big project. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I'm pretty sure that if Mike has a big project like a blanket, he doesn't want to add another whip that's huge, another whip that's huge, another whip that's huge. I think at the moment you're comfortable with one big long-term project. But he still gets variety with these itty-bitty little bite-sized pieces.
Yeah, and I'm going to be learning a lot of new techniques. Probably a few new stitches.
I mean, the fact that you learnt the magic ring after only 4 attempts, and the fact that you... I mean, because to start off with, I was sitting with him and going through it row by row. By the end of row 4, and there are 9 rows in the tile that we have done this week, by the end of row 4, he didn't need me no more.
Oh, I forgot to say. There's a graph there as well as a written pattern. There's a graph.
Chart, yeah.
Or chart, whatever you want to call it. I stopped reading the written pattern and went straight onto the graph and followed it.
And that is because, to begin with, for the first 4 rows, I was helping Mike to read, saying at the end of every comma, that's the end of that step before you do the next step. So if it was like 1 double crochet comma, just do that 1 double crochet and then do the next bit and then do the next bit. So that's what we were doing for the first 4 rows. And then I thought, well, because I know that Mike is more of a visual learner rather than reading text, and that was the case when Mike was learning to drive. Actually, he only learnt to drive, what was it, 4 years ago. When it came to his theory, I kind of heavily had to help him with the theory because it's a lot of text, a lot of multiple choice questions. And we went backwards and forwards with that until Mike was able to kind of log the information, and he passed first time. Whereas practical, Mike was always going to sail through because he is more practical, more visual, hands-on, just get stuck in. So then I think it was the 4th row, the last one that I was walking you through it step by step. I said, if you see that sentence there, those 2 or 3 steps, if you look down on the chart, this is where you're starting. And as you can see, that's the 8 stitches or whatever it was. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. Those are your 8 stitches, and then you can see in the corner where you're chaining before you're stitching again, where you're skipping stitches, whatever the case was.
And I looked at it.
And as soon as he actually saw me go 1, 2, 3, 4, he was like, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he's like, right, and then I need to chain 2, then I need to do another stitch, then I need to chain 2, then I need to do another stitch, then I need to skip those stitches because there's no stitches in there, because he's a visual learner. So even though I didn't try and teach him a chart or a diagram, I kind of accidentally did.
And it just went click.
Click, light bulb, and the easiest thing for Mike to do. So
I can still read patterns.
yes.
And I'm kind of using both in a way, because then I know
It's
I'm
cross-referencing.
teaching myself
Yeah.
what the diagram looks like to what stitch it is. So rather than just looking at the graph and being like, that's a stitch, but you don't actually know what the picture looks like and what stitch it is.
Yeah.
You need to read it as well. So
yeah. Although there is a key in the book that tells you what those stitches are.
I didn't see that. So.
No, and I didn't show him that because I wasn't actually trying to make him read a chart. It just kind of accidentally happened that way.
So I just did it myself.
But he probably will look at the key, because I do believe the one we're about to do is a little bit more tricksy than that one.
And I need the picture.
Yeah, definitely. But I am so super proud, and the fact that you now know the magic ring, there is nothing stopping you doing an amigurumi at some point either, just saying, because he has been champing at the bit for an amigurumi.
I do want to do a small amigurumi first, but
yeah. So yeah, we were really, really chuffed, weren't we? I did mine last Friday. I did it Friday night, and Mike did his. It wasn't yesterday. It was
2
the day
days.
before, so Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, and it was done.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll get the opportunity to whip the next one out that quick.
The first tile is obviously the easiest tile.
Not necessarily. It's just how the publishers put it together.
But it was. That's back again.
Mm-hmm.
It was very.
Well, the fact that you're even noticing he's showing it the wrong way round is progress as well. Let's see. So anyway, that is probably enough from us, because we have shown you the tiles. We've shown you what's coming next. Please remember that if you are showing what you have created, if you are joining along with us, please put the hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday. And then whenever that hashtag is put into the internet, everything that has been posted with that hashtag will come up, and we will be able to see what everyone is doing. And if you want your photo featured on my community tab, please do attach it to an email, and I will be super proud to show it on my community tab for you. Yeah, so Moo, you have created a bit of a crochet monster, because it isn't just me, it isn't just Mike. Moo herself bought the book and is joining in, I believe. And there are several others. I don't want to list in case I leave anybody out, but I'm sure as the weeks progress, you guys will see exactly who is joining in and who is doing the challenge alongside us. So thank you very much for your support. I never expected anyone else to join in. I just hoped that you would be interested enough to watch mine every week. So, you know.
If it's a tile a week, 100 weeks. That's nearly 2 years.
Nearly 2 years worth of this weekly segment. So this has been going to be going on for a little while, guys. But, you know, hopefully everyone enjoys it. So look out for any pictures that have already been sent to me on my community tab. Next week, send me any pictures of the tiles you have done so far. And yeah, we will be back next Thursday with the second square, the second tile.
One more thing, being that it's 2 years long, if newbies come in, and it gives them plenty of time to catch up.
Definitely, because we both did it in one evening, and that is in between having to get up and go to the bathroom, get up and make dinner, get up and have a cup of tea, you know, get
Yeah.
up and sort the children out, whatever the case may be. It wasn't just sat just doing the tile until the tile was done. It was do a row, have to do something, do a row, have to do something. They are very short, quick and easy projects so far, but we've only done one. So let's not count our chickens before they hatch, eh?
I know.
And if Mike can master the magic ring
Anybody
fairly
can.
quickly, please see that as inspiration and him giving you confidence that, you know, believe in yourself, keep trying. If he can do it, you can do it. And
Oh, definitely.
yeah, so thank you so much, Moo. You have started an amazing journey, and I'm so pleased that you decided to buy the book and do it alongside us as well. And that goes for everyone else that is joining in too. It is absolutely incredible. So we will leave it there.
Stay safe.
Be kind.
Look after one another.
Get some good quality time in with your loved ones.
Get some good quality crafting time in.
And we will see you in the next one.
Or around the YouTube streets.
See you later, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.